Hello my peachy people. I am schwitzing like no man's business. It is so hot today. So I mean, by the title you can already see what's going on. If you're new here, what is up? My name is Alex and this is Life's Peach, where we do a whole bunch of stuff and sometimes we do some really cool things like this today. So before we get going, I just have like a few little disclaimers. One, because this is my channel, I do share parts of my life here. So this is in no way, shape or form trying to promote things or make people want to do things that they never initially wanted to do. This is me just sharing it for people who are actually looking for information, looking for experience, because yesterday I was trying to do some research and honestly speaking, there's not much out there. So this is for the girlies that are... Maggie wants to come inside. I'm gonna say hello to the people. Hello everyone! Maggie's made so many appearances in the last couple of videos. Anywho, so I was just saying that, yeah, this is mostly for me. It is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. I think since I was like 27, and I always said that I would start doing it when I'm 30, and I turned 30 on the 9th of October, so yeah, now is the perfect time. This is definitely more of a informational video more than anything else. So this is for people that are potentially doing this or have been thinking about doing it for a while, whether it's gonna like encourage you or discourage you. That's completely up to you, but I just wanted to share this moment with you guys because I think it's pretty cool. I have always had quite an expressive face, as I'm sure you guys know, and throughout the years I've started to notice like a lot of fine lines. So I love my skin, guys. I really want to take care of it. I really want to be like glowing when I am a golden girly, and I started taking things quite serious, and then now like Botox just fits right in there. Not Botox, yes, Botox. This is what things look like when I frown really hard. Very angry. And when I go up, you can see that I have a number of folds over here as well. So I'm not going to do anything too intense because it's obviously my first time. Sorry about the squeaky bed. But yeah, I think we're just going to do a little bit of baby Botox or whatever Dr. S.A. Suggests. With regards to who I chose, I have mentioned on my Instagram before that I trust no one else than Hajira from Life Made Aesthetics. With my skin, we do a whole bunch of treatments and she actually gets her Botox done by Dr. S.A. So that is why I'm going there. I am honestly way more nervous than I should be. It's just like, can you imagine, guys, for 3 or 4 months my face being completely like weird? Because it can happen if you choose the wrong person. But I think I've chosen the right person, so we should be good. Another thing, like guys, this isn't really a video for like an open discussion necessarily in terms of like if I should have or shouldn't have got Botox. I really appreciate anyone that like thinks that I still don't need Botox, but this is just a personal choice. So there's that, and let's go on the journey together. This is, well, I mean, not the last time. I'm going to be updating you guys throughout the next 2 weeks or so, but so I just got you. I need to actually go right now, but I just wanted to say my last words before maybe I do this for the rest of my life. Goodbye, 29-year-old skin. I have a lovely surgical headband on right now, and we actually went ahead and put numbing cream on my face, which I didn't think was going to happen, but I'm actually quite glad about, because I think that my pain tolerance is a bit of a baby's one. So I've done this many times before with Hajira, and yeah, it normally takes about 30 minutes to set in, and there is a bit of a problem with the lighting here, so hopefully we can get it sorted in one of the rooms here. She said it's quite quick. I just filled in one of these forms, and yeah, we should be on our way to go. By the way, so if you guys are looking for anywhere to do your Botox, I mean, we'll obviously see how this goes, but you could definitely come to Hurlingham Green Dot Aesthetics with Dr. S.A. And it is like, Hurlingham is like around Santon area, so yeah, quite central. And that is all I'm gonna say right now. Goodbye, friendlands. Here with Dr. S.A. and she's the lady that's going to be doing Botox in my face today. I just have a few quick questions.
Sure.
What is Botox?
So it's actually botulinum toxin, that's the active ingredient, and there's a few on the market at the moment. What it does is it relaxes the muscle and it works at the connection between two muscle fibers and it prevents the muscle from contracting. So if, for example, you think about when you fracture your arm or your leg and they put on a cast, what does it do? There's an inability to move. So when you remove the cast, the muscle has to learn to move again. But this is now a chemical way in which we achieve this, so we prevent the muscles from contracting and we just relax them. And as time progresses, the movement will come back.
In terms of like when you should start Botox, I know it's relative, but like what is an age that someone should maybe think about starting? What's too young?
So, I think you've got to assess patients individually because there are patients as young as like 25 that sometimes have very established lines. And the reason for this is because they are expressive.
Yeah.
So they laugh a lot, they smile a lot, they use their frown, they get angry, they get cross. Also sun damage plays a huge role, so I find it more commonly in the runners, the horse riders,
white people.
And well, I can't say that only, but probably. Yeah.
What happens when you are later on down the line and you already have those established lines? Is there anything that you can do for that? Or?
So we have to then do a combination of treatments. So then you would do toxin and then you would do like things like microneedling, chemical peels, laser treatments, resurfacing treatments because the skin has then been affected. Yeah. So the muscle is underlying, but your skin moves with the muscle. So then you've got to treat both.
And then, does it hurt? On a scale of, I know everyone's got their own pain tolerances, but like, how bad does it hurt if you don't have numbing cream?
So I think pain is relative. Every patient is different. So some patients can actually tolerate it quite well without any numbing. Some people who've never had numbing and have numbing say, oh wow, I should have done this right from the start. But most patients just, to take out a bit of the discomfort because it still is painful. Yeah. Not painful, I would say uncomfortable because it stings. So the solution that we mix the toxin with does give you a bit of a sting as well. So one thing is the entry into the skin with the needle, and the other one is injecting the solution. So it's uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say it's intolerable.
Okay, cool. That's good.
With or without the anesthetic. And I think it's important, to ask what can go wrong.
Yes, okay, so we have all seen those TikToks where people have like droopy eyebrows, uneven eyebrows. How does that happen? And what are the chances of it happening?
So I think when you look at a patient, so if you look at somebody like yourself, and I'm going to ask you to do some movements, frown for me, lift your eyebrows up for me as hard as you can, and close your eyes tight and scrunch. So those are the muscle groups that we treat. Yeah. So in patients with smaller foreheads, like with you, you can see you've got maybe like 3.5 centimeters laterally. Yeah. So relatively safe, and the chance of you getting a droopy lid is highly unlikely. So that's number one. Okay. Number two is in this complex, there are muscles that run superficially and there are muscles that run deeper. And sometimes our anatomy is different, or if we inject too deep into one of the points, it catches the muscle that catches the lid and then it can droop. Okay. So you can get different types of droopy eyelids depending on which muscle basically got affected by the toxin. The third thing is with older patients or with patients with very heavy brows, like, the lids are quite heavy, so you find that they look droopy most of the time. Those patients are patients you need to be extra cautious with, and this I've learned with experience, in that when you freeze them completely, even the procerus and the corrugators, what happens is that the way the body works is if one thing is not able to lift, it finds a compensatory mechanism. And then you flatten them completely, and then they lose the ability to lift the brow, and then they look sleepy the whole time. So it's different from a ptosis, which is a droopy brow. It's just that when you assess them, you've kind of got to make that call. And when we start, we're given guidelines. So when I was younger, you know, they just tell you inject here, here, here. And that's what you do. And then, but it's not a copy and paste.
Yeah.
But in general, it's something that goes away, but it's quite discerning to the patient.
So that leads me to my last question. Time frame. When does it start working and when does it kind of drop off?
Okay, so there's a few toxins on the market. On average, if you work on 7 to 10 days, up to 2 weeks. To take full effect. Some people will say, I injected you today, by Friday, there's no movement. So people's genetics and their anatomy works differently, but on average 2 weeks.
Okay, great.
Right? And then in terms of return to normal or to movement, that can take anywhere from 3 months to 6 months, depending on the product used, depending on the amount injected. And also, I think patients who exercise a lot, sometimes the toxin wears off a little bit quicker than your average person. So we do have patients like that. And there is such a thing as Botox resistance. So we have some patients where the toxin just doesn't work, regardless of which brand you use. And then we try different ones and we see which one may give us an effect.
Well, that's good to know. So we are going to get into it now and chat about my face, and then we will do the procedure.
Wipe off all the anesthetic.
Alright.
So now I'm going to ask you to frown for me. So these are the muscle groups that we're targeting, right?
Alright.
There we go. Lift up for me. And that is forehead. And then close your eyes tight for me. You see those crow's feet.
I'm a bit scared about the eyes.
Okay. We'll go gentle.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
So those are the points we're going to inject. I'm now going to mix the Botox.
Okay. Here we go. The nice thing about this is obviously it's not like permanent. We have a good 3 to 4, 5, 6 months maybe. And if I don't like it, then I don't like it. Same thing with my lip fillers. Could have got them removed if I didn't like them, but I'm pretty sure I will like this.
This is how we draw up. We count the number of units that we use.
Okay. So if you guys don't like needles, now is the time to skip over. I'll put the timestamp on the screen now, so you can just skip over to there to see the after and 0 are the needles in the blood.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got the numbing.
Is it so?
No, I'm just like shocked. I can imagine how sore it would be.
Without.
Yeah.
Frown for me. Relax. Scrunch your nose. Relax.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that did not hurt half as much as I thought it was going to.
A little bit of a brown lifting. Lift your eyebrows up for me. Relax.
Ooh,
Sorry.
that's okay. I can definitely feel the stinging.
Can you feel the sting?
Yeah.
Close your eyes tight for me. Relax. Lift up. Relax. So we're not doing excessive amounts on you because it's the first time.
I'm okay with that.
So we're using an average of about, in the nose here, 40 units.
Okay.
How's that?
Good.
Not too bad.
Are we done?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that was so quick.
And then we'll just get the aftercare.
Wow. Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
So,
No, it's just the alcohol.
yeah. No lying flat for 4 hours.
Alright.
No rubbing. No exercise, gym or sauna till tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
24 hours.
Easy enough. And makeup?
Look, I think you can, but gently.
Okay.
Yeah, just in these areas, don't rub too much. Like, you know, because we don't want it to go outside of where we've injected.
Gotcha.
So normally when you inject, it goes to about 1 centimeter around the injection
Oh,
point.
okay.
So that's how it works on the whole muscle.
Yeah.
So when you rub, it could migrate downwards or upwards. Upwards not bad, but down is a problem.
And if I get any bruises, any tips?
Ice,
Or do they go away quick?
heat, Anika.
Okay.
We do red light if you want, if it's really bad and you've got a function. There are certain concealers that you can mix that actually
color
hide
correct.
bruising quite nicely.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Goodness, it's like a fucking sauna in this car. Anyway, so that is what my face looks like right now. A little bit, but this is so expected with me because I typically get very red very easily. But yeah, I'm gonna go home now because it's too hot in this car to speak, and I have a meeting at 2, which is in an hour, so hopefully I either don't need to show my face or it'll go down. So it is currently 15:45, so I think I finished around about like 1:30, so let's say 3 hours ish since. Could be around 2.5. But this is what my face is looking like currently. I just have a few like blood spots, which is very, very normal. But the swelling went down very quickly, and thank God I had a meeting at 2, and I'm just very happy that we as a collective are okay with the fact that we don't have to show our faces on Zoom. Yeah, the numbing has completely gone, and so far so good. In terms of like pricing, this is not a free thing. I did pay for it, but it was discounted because of the content that I do make. So typically a unit costs, I think she said like 80 Rand, and she gave it to me for 55, and I had 40 units, by the way. So it came to around 2,200 Rand. So yeah, it was actually a little bit more pricey than I thought it was going to be. If you've had Botox before in South Africa, please let me, not even only in South Africa, but just anywhere in the world, please let me know how much you guys paid per unit. I have my like 30th lunch on Sunday. Hopefully I won't be too bruised, but I pretty much think you can cover anything up with makeup. Hello my good people, it is day 1. It has officially been 24 hours since I got my Botox. And yeah, I think, I don't know if it was a mental thing, but while I was sleeping and like just yesterday in general, I was very aware of, it just felt like weird here. I wouldn't say heavy. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I expected it to not move, but I knew that it could move. But anyway, so I didn't really move my face much yesterday until this morning was the first time I like frowned. And I haven't done so since because I'm scared I'm gonna mess it up. But this is day 1. Things are, excuse my bathroom, pretty much the same. I don't have any bruising whatsoever, which is pretty cool. I just have like a few little incision points that honestly just look like pimples. That's a bit weird. Oh well. I'll see you soon. Hello. I just tried to check my watch, but I'm not wearing one. It is day 3, and I kind of figured that maybe from today till like next week, I'm probably not gonna update you, just because I feel like the changes are probably not going to be that noticeable. But what I will do is upload like a reel or a TikTok showing you like day by day how things went. But one thing that's very strange, that this is the reason why I wanted to speak to you guys today, is like I definitely feel a change already, and I don't quite know how to explain it, but it's like it almost feels not heavy, but just like I'm very conscious of like a block on my forehead almost, and it almost feels like I'm trying to lift up my brows, but like not much is happening. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm constantly like trying to make sure I'm not frowning or lifting up too much, because it feels like I'm doing that, but I don't think I am. Don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, here we are today. Let me come a little bit closer. This is what things are looking like. I did wake up with it. Definitely have like permanent lines here. So that is the brows. And this is the brows and the nose. I realized that I was doing brows and nose like the whole time. But it's mostly just I need to do brows. Geez, it leaves quite a hectic line when I frown. Anyway, and this is the up. I don't know, it just feels a bit slower, if anything. But yeah, that is my day 2 update. Day 3 update. Oh, sleepy girl. Hello guys, it is officially Sunday the 22nd. And by the way, I cannot believe we're in the semi-finals for the Rugby World Cup. If you guys are following and you are supporters of South Africa, then leave us a little South African flag in the comments, because I'm so happy that we are going to get another chance. But anyway, moving on. It has been like, what, 2 weeks and 4 days since I got my Botox done. And this is the final update. So, things that have happened since, I think I mentioned to you guys along the way that like I had a weird feeling in my forehead. It just felt that like I had a patch of skin on my forehead, but it really, I don't feel that anymore. It doesn't feel like it at all. The only other thing that I've noticed is that like it just seems like my forehead is so smooth. It's like shiny, it's glistening, it's everything. And yeah, my friends have also been a bit shook when I have like tried to frown and lift my eyebrows up. But some, like, I don't know, they like, but I know they believe me, but I'm like, it looks like I'm not even trying when I do it. So yeah, this is what is happening after the 2 week mark. So this is me frowning. And guys, when I say I'm really trying really hard right now, this is it. And I feel like if anything, if I went back to green dot, she'd probably be like, that's not supposed to happen. But I actually don't mind it. I like to still have a bit of expression in my face. So there's that. My nose is still kind of crunchy, but like I like that. That's how I've always smiled. I think it's cute, like it's me, so that doesn't bug me too much. And then this is the lifting, and this is what I mean. Like, that's it. That's it, guys. And it literally just feels like I'm just lifting my eyebrows. Like, nothing else is moving. And you can see just here is like such a difference. It still moves, right? But it's just not as intense. I would say, if anything, this brow is a little bit more expressive. But yeah, that is my face. This is, I think it definitely kicked in like sooner than I thought it was going to. I think was it last weekend? Not last week. Oh, yeah, last weekend. I thought it was like pretty much done so. I think, you know, going forward, I will be updating you guys on either my TikTok or Instagram, so you guys can give us a follow up there to see what happens like in a couple of months time and how long it takes to wear off. But yeah, once again, just remember guys that this is like a particular story for me, and this is like how things work for me, and that doesn't necessarily mean that like Botox is going to work for you or the same amounts of injections is going to work for you. And I'm glad that I did it. I really do care about my skin, specifically on my face. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with aging. There's nothing wrong with wrinkles. But I really just want to like protect my skin and preserve it for as long as possible. Not because I'm scared of looking like I'm old. I just love healthy looking skin on me. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will be more than happy to answer them. And yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's just like, what do they mean? Stay peachy, guys. Bye.